Good morning, ma'am. I am Manideepa, second BTech from CSC B section. Today I am going to explain about basic operational functions of input unit, output unit, and CPU. These are the some basic computer components with RAM, SSD, HDD, expansion cards, motherboard, CPU cooler, and PSU, monitor, keyboard, speakers, mouse. These are all comes under the basic components which will be connected through the CPU. So that's why CPU called as the brain of the computer. So, the computer is made up of several key components that works together. Understanding these components is essential for grasping how computer functions. This presentation will cover the input unit, output unit, and CPU in detail. What is an input device? So, the input device is responsible for receiving data from the users and instructions from the users. Common input device includes keyboards, mic, scanners, mouse, joysticks, and etc. These devices converts users' input into format that the computer can understand. So these are the some types of input devices. So the input devices includes keyboard, mouse, joysticks, scanner, microphone, touch screen, camera. These are all will comes under the input devices of a computer. So these will be, these inputs will be given by the users, and these inputs will converted into some format that which will the computer understands. So first we have to see the keyboard, which is an input device. A keyboard, a sample device comprising keys, and each key denotes either an alphabet, number, or number commands, which can be given to a computer for various actions to be performed. It has modified version of typewriter keywords. The keyboard is an essential input device, and computer and laptops both use keywords to give commands to the computer. So a keyboard is a combination of alphabetic words, number numeric keys, functional keys, and some special keys, which these are all using through uses only for giving the input only. Next, mouse. This mouse is a pointing device of a computer. So, mouse is also known as pointing device. Using mouse, we can directly click on the various icons present on the system and open up various files and programs. A mouse comprises three buttons on the top and one trackball at the bottom, which helps in selecting and moving the mouse around the respectively. So, in case of laptops, the touch key is given as replacement of the mouse, which helps in the movement of the mouse pointer. Next, joysticks. Joystick is used for an aeroplanes, wheelchairs, cranes, trucks, etc. And also it is useful for video games. And so, what is a joystick means? It is a device which comprises a stick which is attached at an angle to the base so that it can be moved and controlled. Mostly used to control the movement in video games. Apart from computer system, a joystick is also used in the cockpit of an aeroplane, wheelchairs, cranes, trucks, etc. to operate them well. So next is an output unit. So what is an output unit? The output unit is responsible for conveying information from the computer to the user. Common output devices includes monitor, printers, speakers, etc. These devices converts digital signals back into format that humans can perceive. So in output unit is nothing but previously we discussed about the input unit. So the input unit will be given by the user, and the input information will be studied the computer, and it it return backs the output to the users. That is an output unit. So elements of computer systems are storage, and so storage means it will be store the information which will be given by the user, and these are the inputs. So while we giving the input, it has been processing, and then it be stored into the computer. After storing the computer, then also again it will be processed and returned back to the output. So, types of output devices are monitor, printer, projector, and speakers. These are all comes under the output devices. So, first we will be discussed about monitor. This device which will display all the icons, text, images, etc. over a screen is called monitor. When we ask the computer to perform an action, the result of that action is displayed on the monitor. Various types of monitors has also been developed over the years. From the starting generation to this generation, there are so many monitors will be modified and developed. Next, projector. Optical devices which presents an image or moving images onto a projection screen is called projector. Most commonly, these projectors are used in auditoriums and movie theaters and classrooms for the displaying of videos or lighting. If a projector is connected to a computer, then the image or video displayed on the screen is the same as the one displayed on the computer scenes. There are different types of projectors: overhead projectors, opaque projectors, and DLP projectors, and so on. Next, discussing about the CPU. So, what is CPU? CPU means Central Processing Units, and it is also called as the brain of the computer. It performs calculations, processes data, and executes instructions. The CPU plays a vital role in determining the computer's overall performance. So, this is the structure of the CPU. So, here first we will give the input, and then after giving the input, here some process happened. Then after that the output will be printed on the monitor. Components of CPU. The CPU consists of arithmetic logic unit for mathematical calculations, and the control unit directs the operations of the processors and coordination tasks. Registers are small storages locations within the CPU used for quick data. If suppose for a user which given an arithmetic operation, then it will directly go to the ALU. Then registers, primary memory. Primary memory is nothing but main memory. Then the output will be stored in main memory, and then after storing the sum, then it will be again processed the data, and then only it will be giving the output to the input. So interaction between input and output and CPU. The input unit sends data to the CPU for processing, and the CPU carry out operations and send to the users. So thank you. This is all about the functions of input unit and output unit and CPU.